What? Hold on. Guys, we're working through some stuff. Personal issues. I don't know if this is going to be live or not. Hold up. Oh, we are live! What's up, people? We're actually live. This is the Egg Podcast. I'm John. This is Chris.
Woo.
Woo. Yeah, dude, so,
It's cold, so it's hard to get some noises out of your body sometimes.
Yeah, no joke. It's been one of those days, dude. Normally we try to do these a little bit earlier in the day, but here we are, and it's freaking cold as balls, and,
I mean, this is exactly what happens in the wintertime, though. Like, everything slows down, and then everybody gets freaking ridiculously angry.
Man, so, let's see here. Let me try to pull this up so I'm...
Bad mood for, like, almost a week and a half, because I've been sick, and...
It's true. Every time I call him, he just screens my calls, and he's like, he'll send me a text, he's like, have you not died yet? And I'm like, oh my god, just because...
Like, I'm like coughing up a lung in the bed, just like...
Just die, John. Why aren't you dead yet? Yeah. Well, dudes, a lot of stuff has happened. We've taken like 2 weeks off because I had the flu. Chris has been sick. It's been rough. But while we've been on this break, due to illness and on it. So, I'm going to start this video off. So cliche. Like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And then comment on all of the random stuff that we talk about. We definitely like to talk.
Yeah, I mean, we like engaging with people.
Mm-hmm.
That's another reason we started this. I mean,
Yeah.
we just wanted to talk to everyone and to each other.
And yeah, pretty much.
And let people
exactly
see it, I guess, and then talk to us. I mean,
yeah, pretty much.
even if you like are trolls and throw random shade at us, it don't matter.
Yeah, we're used to it.
I grew up in the shade.
Yeah. You think the darkness. Dude, so, alright, check it out. Here's what happened last weekend with UFC 245. Kapow! Quick snap over to this. Watch out! Kamaru Usman, Covington, Max Holloway, Alexander Volkanovski, Amanda Nunes, and Jermaine
Randamie.
I don't know. Horrible at pronouncing stuff.
There was another one too.
There was actually a lot of fights on this card that were insane, man.
Aldo,
So, like...
Aldo's probably right down there.
Yeah, Jose Aldo. And then also Uriah Faber.
And Peter Yan, yeah.
Stacked card, man. And to be honest...
Last pay-per-view of the year, right?
Last pay-per-view of the year, and they freaking ended it with a bang. We could start off from the bottom, though.
Even though most of them ended in decision.
Yes. It was actually really good, though. Most of the time,
fights.
like, I'm not a really huge fan of decision victories. I actually hate them. Most of the time, really hate it. Oh, God. Sorry. We might have been interrupted. I'm not sure. But, oh, God. Double interrupted. But, Uriah Faber, Peter Yan. First fight on the main card. Freaking, oh, my God. Hold on. I don't know if we've been cut off here. Give me a sec, peeps. Oh, God. Sorry about all that. I'm hoping we're still live. I don't know. Technical difficulties. It's been one of those days.
I mean...
Dun, dun, dun.
Santa Claus is just not wanting us to do
Santa
anything.
Claus ain't coming to town, dude. Okay?
He's using his Christmas magic to fuck us up.
He's probably doing that. So, first fight. Uriah Faber, Peter Yan.
It's Krampus.
Dude, if we end up in a bag and get beaten by a stick, you know what happened.
Impish or admirable.
Yes. But so, alright, first fight, Uriah Faber, Peter Yan. Uriah Faber gets freaking dropped. And he did not look good, man. He looked good in the first fight that he had back, but, like, I just don't feel like he did a very good job after he got back.
Do you think maybe since he had such a successful victory in his last one that it kind of gave him this false sense of security walking in there against Peter Yan?
I can see that, but with the guys...
Because he wasn't necessarily... known. I mean, people knew him and knew that he was a tank, but still, he wasn't like this, big name fighter in the bantamweight division.
The weird thing is with a dude that's 14-1, you got to go into it knowing that this guy obviously has some strength,
Yeah.
And the bantamweight is like, it's kind of it's been a division that's been super stacked, and then kind of died out. I mean, you had Uriah Faber that was dominating for a while. You had,
well,
TJ Dillashaw's run.
The most famous bantamweight Dominic
Cruz
has always been plagued with injury. And I think if that wasn't a factor, he would still be the champion to this day.
Yeah. You've got a ton of stuff that's going on like that. And, I mean, Uriah Faber, whenever he was actually making his reign of, for the belt and everything, he was doing really good, but, like, he just dropped out. But he said that the reason that he kind of stopped actively pursuing the belt was because he was trying to give, like, Cody and those guys a chance to get that title. But with him coming back, he was coming back to do a title run. So, like, I don't know.
I mean, I think Dana White said that he should consider retiring again. I don't agree with that necessarily.
Just one loss doesn't,
I mean, like, if you're going for a title run, that doesn't mean that you're automatically going to win every single fight up until that title shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, going on a title run just means that you're trying everything you can to get to the title, no matter if you win or lose.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the whole thing about it. Like, a lot of people will say, like, okay, Derek Lewis, he's got a fight coming up in February, but if he loses that fight, people are going to start saying, retire. And, like, anybody, man, DC, all these fighters, and I mean...
Well, DC has already said that he's only fighting Stipe.
Yeah.
And, like, if he doesn't, I mean, however long it takes to get that fight, he's going to wait for it. And
I
then,
wonder
like,
if he's going to get that fight. You think he will?
I mean, I don't see why he shouldn't.
I don't either. I mean, I feel like he's deserving of a trilogy fight with Stipe.
Because both of them ended in finishes. It's not like they were both decisions.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, give it a third go. It's just like the Chuck Liddell and Randy Couture feud. They had 3 fights.
Yeah. And, I mean, DC didn't have to give Stipe that rematch, He didn't have to. Stipe was like, you either rematch me or I'm not fighting anybody.
Yeah.
That's my belt. So, I get where Stipe was like, this is mine. But at the same time, like, DC didn't have to give it to him.
I actually believe it'll probably happen sooner than later.
They'll get a rematch?
Yeah. I don't think that Stipe is going to fight anybody before that.
I think the Stipe and Tyson Fury match, they're really trying to make that happen. I don't know if it's going to end up happening, but I think they're trying to make a super fight. Since the Brock Lesnar thing didn't go through, I think Tyson Fury is a really good step in. Cause,
I mean, I agree, but I think it's going to be a bad night for Tyson.
Dude, yes.
No matter how good you are on the feet, it does not matter in MMA.
Not especially with, like, okay, I could see him coming in there and fighting somebody like Francis Ngannou or somebody like I wouldn't even say Curtis Blades, but like Francis, some of the older heavyweights that really didn't have a whole lot of wrestling background. But like, if you say that he would be able to come in there and do well against Stipe, whenever you saw what he did with a striker that probably even hits harder than Tyson Fury and Francis, he just held him down and beat the dog piss out of him for 5 rounds. Like,
and I can guarantee everyone that Tyson Fury has never been in any kind of situation where he's had to wrestle.
No, and I mean, Francis probably has more wrestling experience than Tyson will come into that fight with. I'm not saying I love Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong; he's one of my favorite heavyweights of all time, if not the. But I just feel like he's definitely stepping into something different. And balls. That dude's got balls. All right, he definitely does. Saying he's going to step in, and every single thing he said he's going to do, he does. So I think that's huge.
Yeah, I would be more interested in Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou than I would Stipe Miocic.
But actually, Francis has a fight coming up too, and I can't remember who he's fighting.
It's that one guy that just beat Overing.
Oh yeah.
Which is crazy because he just fought. He just fought.
Yeah,
I'm just like
yeah, and it was a hard fight for him too. Was that a 5-round fight or a 3? I think it was.
Can't remember.
I can't either. But Alistair Overeem was actually winning that fight until he got caught. And it wasn't even that he got knocked out. It was just the ref was so freaked when he saw his face. He's like, "You're done." Alistair was trying to get up. So like,
if you haven't seen the picture of Alistair Overeem after that fight, then look it up and it will disgust you. It was
pretty rough, dude. Stickman 135 said, "Who do y'all have between Fury and Wilder 2?"
Fury.
I don't know, man.
Fury all the way.
I like Tyson Fury better than I like Deontay Wilder.
I mean, if he can do what he did in that first fight again, he's got it. I think the only thing that made that fight a draw to the judges was that knockdown.
Yeah, that's
true.
That's
the only thing.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Deontay Wilder is one of those guys that if he hits you, you're freaking
you
done.
can never count him out.
Tyson Fury got up. He was like, dude.
That was like he used a phoenix down.
Yes, it was exactly like that. Because he was literally like, his knees didn't even bend, and he like fully ironing board just got up.
It was very reminiscent of Undertaker back in the day.
Yeah.
When he just rose from the dead.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. Honestly,
that's a tough
I want
call.
Tyson Fury to win that fight, but I think Deontay Wilder will win it.
You think so?
I think so. But I want Fury to win it, but I think Deontay Wilder
here's
pissed.
the thing. In Deontay Wilder's last fight, he was losing on the cards again before he knocked that guy out.
Yeah. But, dude, he's got such strength, so it's kind of like
And that was that punch. Did you see that punch thing? It was just kind of like a...
Yeah, everybody's like, look how amazing his he
was
hits
a
hard,
straight
but
right almost.
Yeah, and it,
but
dude,
when you see the slow motion, it was just like in the sweat, just like
dude, it was rough. But yeah, so who do you have, Stickman? Who do you have in that fight? Because honestly,
it's a tough call, but I think Tyson Fury will get it on points.
I want Tyson Fury to win,
knowing the power that Deontay Wilder has now that he's felt it.
Yeah,
he will be able to hold him at bay and stay out of the range of those punches. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to see Fury actually get a knockdown on Wilder. That would be different, and I think that would shock a lot of people. But so moving along to the next fights that were happening here, Bantamweight fight, Jose Aldo.
You watched that one?
I did.
How did that go?
So a lot of people said that Jose won, and I agree. I think he actually had a lot of the Stickman's got Fury. I think Jose had a lot of the forward pressure, so he was pressuring him a whole lot more.
So he looked good?
He did.
That's
a lot
crazy.
better than I thought he was going to. He looked like a stick.
He looked
like Stick Man.
He looked like an anorexic person.
He did.
His face was sunk in.
Dude, it was so fucked up.
But Joe Rogan talked about it, and he said he's one of the few people that has done it right.
Yeah.
He took off a year.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. He took off almost a year, and he lost the weight over that course of a year. So by the time he got to weigh-ins, he was already almost at that weight.
Yeah.
So he didn't drain himself.
Yeah. He looked really good. And in all honesty, so what's happening after this now? I freaking hate him, but Triple C pretty much called Dana and was like, look, I think Jose Aldo won that fight, and I want to treat him like he did. So we're giving him the title shot next. And that's what they're doing. I think it's just he's trying to go after
He's doing everything he can to avoid Joseph Benavidez in the flyweight division.
Yeah, dude. I don't know why he hasn't fought that guy yet. He's like, maybe if I wait, he'll just slip past his prime.
I guarantee you.
Sex is the vampire. What up?
When Cejudo, if he doesn't fight Joseph Benavidez,
I don't know why he hasn't yet, because he's the number one contender.
And he doesn't relinquish the title to him. When they fight, Joseph Benavidez will beat Henry Cejudo. Period.
Yeah,
he's scared of him. He's already beat him twice.
Dude, he is. But yeah, so I think Jose Aldo, I think he looked good at that weight, but I feel like him cutting down to that weight, and that's just automatically, I think, giving Henry Cejudo some bit of an advantage. You know, obviously Jose Aldo too. I feel like he's gonna get out wrestled.
It's strange for me because Cejudo moves up to go to Bantam. You know.
Yeah.
Because he's normally at flyweight, so he moves up to go to bantamweight. Jose Aldo moved down, so they're meeting in this this weird middle ground.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
So Sexist the Vampire says, "What do you think about Cerrone and McGregor being done at 170? Is it because of Masvidal?"
Yes,
I feel like so.
There is no other reason that they're having that fight at 170.
Yeah, because I mean, so I've been following more of I follow Connor on Instagram and all that stuff, and as far as his workouts go, he has definitely gained a lot of muscle mass since he last fought in the UFC. So that
his
could
last
be
fight,
an issue.
His last fight was Khabib at 155, right?
Yeah, which he had to cut pretty substantially to get there, and his workouts now are a lot more heavier weight training and stuff like that. I think he's bulked up, but I don't think that it's. Do you feel like?
I don't think that either one of them are necessarily going to have a significant weight advantage as far as size, because Cerrone moved up from lightweight anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been there a little bit longer, than Conor has.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Nobody knows how much Conor weighs outside of the octagon right now.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I feel like he looks bulkier.
He could be over 170, for like years.
What is he? He's like 5-something. He's kind of a shorter dude, though, right? He's like, I can't remember what his height is, but he's not a very tall guy.
I mean, in my honest opinion, if this fight was at lightweight, Conor would win every single time they fought. But at 170, it just makes it a little bit weird for me.
Yeah, because
even though Conor beat Nate Diaz at 170 last time.
Yeah, but it wasn't like he didn't knock him out.
Yeah,
he's got that knockout power, man.
It doesn't transfer well. At
which
170.
Is weird. You'd think like a little bit extra weight, you'd be able to hit him harder, but I think it's maybe just like that quick muscle fiber. I
still think McGregor's got him because Cerrone has always had trouble with very good strikers.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody that has beat Cerrone, you can look back in the past and you can say, strikers. Were they a good boxer? Yes.
Yeah.
Jorge Masvidal, for example. I think Nate Diaz beat Donald Cerrone. I think that might have been at 155, though.
Yeah. Well, too, I feel like if he ends up beating Cerrone and then does go on, I feel like the next fight would be Masvidal.
I mean, if McGregor thinks he's gonna do good against Jorge Masvidal, he is fucked up in the head.
I wonder how that fight goes, though, man. Because
I think Masvidal is going to maul him.
He does look really good.
I mean,
he's impressive.
Look at what Masvidal did to Nate Diaz recently.
That was what really impressed me. Because I mean, you can watch
any of those other shots probably would have got Conor a little more wobbly than Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz doesn't have enough brain cells to get knocked out, I don't think.
So, I don't know. I feel like it's a bad move for McGregor.
Yeah, I'd be interested in it, but I wonder if that's a lot of the driving force for him to come there, because everybody's saying he couldn't beat Masvidal.
Yeah.
There's a new dog, and he's kind of like.
I think he's halfway given up on Khabib for a minute.
Yeah.
Because nobody cares about Khabib.
Because Tony Ferguson's about to whoop his ass. Right. That's why.
Khabib.
God, I swear.
Khabib is one of the. I just don't like him as a person, and I don't like. There's no hype behind him. He's just a boring.
Yeah.
Whatever. And I think Tony Ferguson is going to murder him.
Yes.
Like, straight up, it's going to look like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to just chop him
Which
up.
is weird, because, even if Khabib does do his smothering wrestling, which he's known for, and that's all he's really ever shown that he can do. I mean, he struck with Conor, but Conor just didn't have his timing or distance correct for him.
Conor was coming off of a, 2.5-year layoff?
And apparently he was drinking very heavily going into that fight, which I don't know if a lot of people knew or not, but he was heavily drinking. He even admitted he had a really bad alcohol problem.
You could open his fridge and it would just be filled with proper 12. He had no water.
It's like whenever you shut the fridge door and you just I know I'm gonna have to deal with this later and it's all gonna fall out, but that's what happened.
Even while he's training, I can see him sitting there chugging a bottle of proper 12.
Drinking the proper. Dude, but yes. And he said, imagine Masvidal KOing Conor with a flying knee. Dude, if he gets that...
I don't think that'll ever happen.
Connor's
too smart for that.
And two, Conor's not coming in for a takedown.
No.
So, unless he can jump high, which Conor's not... I don't know. I'm going to be interested in seeing that fight, though.
Imagine Conor McGregor knocking Jorge Masvidal out with a flying knee. That could actually happen.
That would be
because Masvidal would never in his life think that anybody else would do that to him after he did that to Ben Askren.
That is true.
So,
dude, it would be hilarious.
Conor McGregor, if you're listening, flying knee, I guarantee
that's
you'll
your ace
land
in the hole, dude.
You will land it.
That is your ace in the hole. But dude, so the next fight, Jose Aldo, he's set up right now for a title fight with freaking douchebag. Either way, sorry, Amanda Nunes, Jermaine Randamie. I don't know. I'm horrible with names. But, dude, we're going to it. And pow! That one! I feel like, my personal opinion, Jermaine was, looking really good and exposed a lot of holes in Amanda Nunes' game. A lot of holes.
I didn't show you up.
Dude, it was, there was a few times, up kicks. She should have been, leading with her hips or just backing off because she knows that, chick's gonna try something, you know? But Amanda, whoa, what has happened? Sorry. Ah! Live. Okay, sorry. We're back. But I think that, like, Jermaine almost got her with a few up kicks. Well, she actually did get her with a couple of up kicks, but while Amanda was going down, she kind of, like, held her and, like, survived. Just kind of, like, lasted through it. But there were some moments there that Amanda looked like she was in trouble, man. With the Holly Holm fight, she didn't look like that at all. Mm-mm. She just destroyed Holly Holm, and I was really impressed by that.
See, a lot of people look past Randamie.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, honestly, I don't respect her as a fighter because of what she did with the belt.
Yeah, with Cyborg.
But she's a good fighter.
Yes.
It's just like Kobe Covington. I don't respect him.
Yeah, but he's a good fighter, dude. Sexist said, do you think Amanda Nunes should be in the conversation for one of the GOATs in the world of MMA?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, don't like her as a person.
In the world of women's MMA. I mean,
she said she's one of the greatest fighters of all time, regardless of sex. That's what she said.
No, you gotta put that line there because she can't, say that. I mean,
Layla said, I like Cowboy, but he has lost 7 out of 10 of his last fights. He's gonna get crushed. Conor obviously needs a must win. I don't really respect why he won't fight hard contenders like Gaethje. That's true. Justin Gaethje needs a better fight, dude.
Who, Conor McGregor fighting him?
Mm-hmm.
No. Because Conor McGregor's not even in the lightweight conversation in a way.
Oh, yeah.
Justin Gaethje needs to fight. I mean, I honestly think that Justin Gaethje needs to be fighting the number 1 contender
or the belt.
Next in line for the belt.
I don't know why it's not, man. He's impressive. I get what you're saying, but yeah, I think like Conor...
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but as far as, like, people in line for the title shot, Conor McGregor just is not somebody that I think is in line for the lightweight title shot.
And that's the thing, like, a lot of people... I mean, I guess...
Money fights, yes.
Yeah. Yes. And that's exactly what Cowboy needs right now, man. He's got that family. He's like... He needs that money fight, dude. He deserves a money fight. So I feel like, if anything... Like, this is kind of one of those Cinderella moments, you know? Like, that dude deserves the $1 million payday. Because, dude, how many fights has he had? I think Gaethje's actually playing it smart by waiting for the belt. Dude, I can see that.
Honestly, Gaethje needs some time off anyways from all of the fights he's been in recently. Yeah, he needs to be fully recovered before he can even think about fighting that title.
Even Boyer said Tony can't get Khabib. Dude, Tony's getting him, though. I don't feel like there's a world where Khabib beats Tony.
Anybody who automatically assumes that Khabib is going to beat Tony has not seen many of Tony's fights.
Especially, I mean, dude, that guy, when's the last time he's lost? Was it against Conor forever ago?
I honestly don't remember.
He supposedly really has good wrestling and obviously is the advantage on the feet. Yeah.
I mean, people don't realize that he's one of the very few people to have a up-kick knockout in the UFC. I mean... Yeah. Like, everything that he throws is weird and you don't expect it. And that's what's going to happen to Khabib.
Dude, I hope Khabib comes in for something and just gets dropped. Because there's no way he's going to stand with Tony. He's seen the mugshots. Like, he knows what has happened to all of Tony's last fighters. I mean, yeah.
In my opinion, there's no way Khabib wins this fight.
I don't think so either. I mean,
it's been a long time coming and it should have happened forever ago.
Yes.
But Tony's got his number.
I think Tony does, man. So, and then I'm curious to see what's going to end up happening after he wins the title. Like, are they going to strip him again? Is he just going to keep fighting? Like, who's he fight next? I don't know. It's going to be good, though. I'm excited to see how it happens.
What I would like to see is... Has Paul Felder fought recently?
No, but he just got called out not too long ago. Did you see that? What's the dude's name that called him out? It was a fight, like, the fights right before the pay-per-views. Not the prelims and stuff.
I know it was somebody interesting. Either way, Justin Gaethje versus Paul Felder.
That would be a good fight.
For number 1 contender spot.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about a good fight.
Yeah, that would be awesome, man. So what do you think the chances for Tony? Like 80%? I would say, yeah, at least that.
I would say a good 80%. I mean...
There's always a chance that Khabib could just literally wrestle him the whole time. Yeah. And that's all that we see from Khabib. Like, I don't see him outstriking him, though. Like,
but here's the thing about Tony that makes him so dangerous to Khabib, in my opinion. Anytime you get near him, you're going to eat something.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's a elbow, some kind of weird... You're going to have his ankle bone in your face or something.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be getting hit no matter what you're doing to Tony Ferguson. It's like trying to wrestle a porcupine.
Yeah.
You're going to get poked with something. You're going to get poked.
Something's going to happen.
So, I just feel like in between all of those times that Khabib is trying to grapple him or trying to strike with him or doing this or that, even when Tony's on his back, Khabib's going to be eating stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't think Khabib is used to that.
He's definitely not used to the face scarring that he's going to have.
He's used to being able to fully dominate his opponents by smothering them and wrestling them.
And people not knowing what to do whenever they're just being smothered like that because they're not used to that.
But I think that a lot of that damage and that the fact that he's getting hit with stuff is going to freak him out.
Yeah.
Because he's not used to it. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what's going to give Tony his biggest
advantage. I kind of hope what happens with him is I hope that he has like this sense of just like the Ronda Rousey syndrome where he thinks he can stand up with people. That's what I hope happens to him. I hope he's like, let's do this. I'm going to stand and bang with you. And then just gets demolished. Elbows to his face.
Yeah. I mean, like, just go back through history and look at every single Tony Ferguson fight. Mm-hmm. If not his opponent and him, or just his opponent. Everybody's bloody.
There's going to be a lot of blood.
Every time.
I just don't know if he's fought somebody that is quite as good at wrestling as Khabib. But
I would have to look. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. But I honestly feel like he is going to have the advantage.
I'm trying to think if he ever fought Dos Anjos or not. Because Dos Anjos, in a sense, is a little similar to Khabib with like the amount of pressure he puts on people.
I don't know.
But, I mean, as far as wrestling caliber, I wouldn't say so. Because I don't know of many people in the lightweight divisions like that, except for Kevin Lee.
Kevin Lee is badass.
Oh, and
Max Holloway versus Volkanovski.
Yes.
Dude, yes. That was a crazy fight. We were going to get to that next. But I'm going to do this number. Pow! Boom! Alexander Volkanovski.
I mean, that's nuts to me.
It was crazy, man. I enjoyed that fight a lot. I felt like Alexander was. He was putting on a lot of forward pressure, and I
knew Volkanovski, like, when they announced this fight, in my mind, I was like, Volkanovski is one of the only people that I think that is in the featherweight division that could beat Max Holloway.
Yeah, and Max took it like a freaking champ, dude. They both have a champion mentality.
Yeah,
like, I feel like Alexander did a great job, and once he won the belt, he was like, I'm going to be a great champion, is what he said over in his interview, which is crazy. Most people are just like, you know, oh, it's been a long time coming. Yeah. He was just like, there's been a lot of great champions. Max Holloway was a great champion, and I'm going to be a great champion. And I was like, that is freaking respectful, man.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly hate title changes.
By decision. Yeah.
I feel like they need to do something else to figure that out. Like a sudden death round or something. But, I mean, it is what it is.
All right, so Sexa said Max Holloway versus Volkanovski. Never been so happy and sad in one fight for both fighters. Do you think Volkanovski is a one-and-out champion and he'll lose the bet, or is he there to stay? I think his
he's
pressure.
There to stay.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
gonna stay.
You can't beat Max Holloway and not be there to stay.
The cool thing about him, though,
Max Holloway will put you through every aspect of MMA.
Yeah.
Striking, wrestling, forward pressure, all of it.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing about Volkanovski is he already said instant rematch, which I think is ballsy as hell. Like, I love that. Most fighters, most champions aren't going to do that. They're like, oh, no, he's going to have to work his way back through the ranks because they're scared to refight him. But, yeah, Stickman, I agree. I feel like Alexander just had a lot more forward pressure and just, I have never had the barbecue style.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where do you even find that?
It's at the. Usually it's on like the it's on like the bottom. It's kind of hidden.
What you got there, dude? I'm serious. I'm like hooked to that bourbon style stuff, though, dude. That like every single 2 days I eat it. I don't even care if it's a scrap piece. You just hook me up with a little tiny baby. Dude, it's all good. All right, yes. I don't know if you guys have ate Mean Jaw beef jerky like permanent way anywhere on my body for a lifetime supply of that. Or actually just for a bag of it. I'd stab myself right now. It's just somewhere that I knew was not going to be fatal.
It's so good. It's so good.
Dang it. That might be one of my new favorites.
Dude.
Dang it!
What's so good?
Yes. Damn it, Mean Jaw. Give us jerky. I know for a fact we have sent people to you. Now send us the bags.
Put it on there.
Oh, yeah. We're getting close up, too. You see that?
Get this jerky. It will change your life.
And then give us some jerky because we changed your life.
Right. Give us a percentage of your jerky when you buy it.
I know, yeah. All the proceeds will be given back, I promise. Never had a beef jerky before. We don't have that here in Greece. Dude, I will mail you some. Give me your address. Give me location. I will send you beef jerky, dude.
What the hell is going on in Greece then?
I don't know, but they got gyros a lot.
I honestly thought that this food was created by the gods, but I guess not.
Yeah. What is happening?
Zeus is out of practice or something.
Dude, you send us your address. We will send you beef jerky, okay? I swear we'll do it.
It might be a bad idea, because you'll love it so much, and you can't get it. You might end up going on a killing spree.
I know, yeah.
I don't know.
A man by the name of Sexus the Vampire went on a mass killing spree for beef jerky.
Sucked everyone's blood within a 5-mile radius.
Screaming Mean Jaw. I don't even know what that means. Well, damn it. Send us your address, dude. We'll send you some jerky. Alright, but either way, I feel like, yes. Dude is here to stay. He put on a freaking great job in that fight. He's a very honorable champion, and I feel like that dude has some pressure like some of the greats before him. He had great forward pressure.
I mean, anybody that watched this fight in the featherweight division has got to be like, oh my god, I don't want to fight Volkanovski.
Yeah.
So,
but going on to the next fight that happened, Covington, Kamaru Usman. Usman won in the 5th round, 4 minutes and 10 seconds into the last round.
Yeah.
Like,
so
seriously.
there's like 50 seconds left.
That, most of the time, I do not like fights that are, like, just, that go almost a distance. I'm not a huge fan of it. I like to see stuff happening. Mm-hmm. This whole fight was just two dudes beating the piss out of each other, and it was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, Usman even talked about he kind of got caught up in trying to knock him out instead of going with his game plan, which, I mean, it showed.
It definitely did. I don't know. I don't know if, I think it might be one of those, like, if they ever ran it back, would it be the Robbie Lawler-Roy McDonald 2 fight? Because, like, the first time they fought was a fucking war, and the second time they fought, it was kind of like it wasn't the first. So, like, I feel like, and two, something that was really crazy about that fight is, first they were extremely, like, their entire career was very even. Like, both were 15-1. Kamaru lost to the guy that Kobe beat, and Kobe lost to a guy that Kamaru beat. So it's like just random weird shit had happened with their careers. And but man, all the trash talking aside, Kobe did a really good job in that fight. And Usman, I mean, there were some times where I was like, holy crap, Kobe's got him hurt, but he didn't capitalize on it. And I feel like, who's going to be able to beat him? Who's going to be able to beat Usman?
He's a tough mother. Like,
he really
for
is.
anyone. I mean, like, unless you have a good wrestling background, there's no way that you can think that you're going to go up against him and beat him. Because the reason that he wasn't worried about Kobe's takedowns is because of his good wrestling background.
But,
and vice versa.
Yes.
So,
but too, like, Kamaru actually, he's knocked people out, and then he just broke freaking Kobe Covington's jaw.
See,
like,
that's what I love about this fight. I hate Kobe Covington, and that is poetic justice at its finest. He literally shut him up. Like,
he did.
Kobe's going to have his jaw wired shut.
Yeah.
For no telling how long
after
this.
Probably a few months. At least a few months.
I mean, I would say, anyone else would humble them, but no, the minute he gets his jaw unwired shut, he's going to be talking shit again.
Yeah. I feel like, I mean, if anything else, it's worked for him. Because, like we talked about, Kobe was about to be, like, his contract was up and they weren't about to re-sign him. Even though he was fighting, like, a top 5 ranked dude, and he had been on a winning streak and all this stuff. So, like,
people were bad-mouthing him because of that.
For coming out of
for telling everyone it was an act.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't tell people that
just keep it up.
Putting on
keep the act going.
You know?
Yeah. But so, I don't know, man. I feel like, all the trash talking aside, I loved that fight. It was freaking just two guys beating the shit out of each other. And, like, Kobe looked rough. Whenever he lost, like, the picture of him, like, he's, like, looking at the ref, like, whoa.
Yeah, his jaw
face is so fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know, man. I loved that fight.
Yeah.
It was an amazing fight. And
I mean, I think it was a good call. Everybody said it might have been an early stoppage, but now, like, Kobe wasn't getting out. He got knocked
down twice.
He wasn't getting out of that spot at the end.
No, not at the end there. Especially, dude, but the thing is...
That would have been 50 seconds of a pounding on a broken jaw.
God, and dude, he broke his jaw going out of the third round. So somewhere in the third round, he broke his jaw, and in his corner, he was like, he broke my jaw. He broke my jaw. And he was, like, talking all weird and stuff. I was like, dude, he's lost. But,
he's tough as nails.
He is, dude. So, like, I think that was a great fight. I'm glad Kamaru won that fight. I'm glad Kobe lost to hopefully humble him a little bit. But if Kobe takes this loss and he's like, what can I do to fix what I've not got? He is a very good competitor for, like, another title run. Because
This also might be detrimental to him, though, because who knows what his jaw is going to be like after this.
Yeah, I mean, Ronda Rousey.
Because...
after she got her jaw broke.
Kobe's known for being tough, obviously. Mm-hmm. There's no telling if when he comes back, that jaw can screw up his toughness.
Exactly. So, I mean, well, it's like with Ronda Rousey, whenever she got her jaw broke, she came back, and, like, in the first round, Amanda Nunes caught her, and her jaw was slapped from then on. Yeah. I was like, yeah, she broke her jaw again.
So...
what are your thoughts? Everyone has been saying that since ESPN deal, UFC, and the entertainment era is almost over. Kobe style, Banter, McGregor come back. That's what everybody's focused on. Your thoughts? All right, first to get to Layla said, do we agree with the stoppage? At first, she didn't, but watching it again, I saw that it was not fighting back and during those Fury punches of Usman.
Yeah, no. I mean, it was a great stoppage.
I totally agree with the stoppage. At first, I was like, oh, but whenever I first saw it, I was like, yeah, he's not. I agree with the stoppage right off the bat.
The way that he had him with his body on top of him like that, and Kobe's face was like eating the ground. Yes. He wasn't getting out of that.
It wasn't like
because he was hurt when he knocked him down.
I don't feel like it was something that like he was taking significant shots where like he was protecting the fighter or like something. Like, I've seen a lot of the fights that we watch, and like when we do the commentary and stuff like that. If you're just covering up, the ref will be like, "Hey, you got to do something." But if you're just covering up and the fighter's also sneaking those punches through your guard and you're getting hit a lot, they'll call it.
Because you're not doing anything to get out of it. You're
that's
just covering
not necessarily what was happening in that situation. But what was happening is I mean, dude, his jaw was broke. He had been knocked down already once before that, got back up, got knocked down, and was in a position he's not getting back up. I think it was her smart move. Mm-hmm. But I would have been interested in seeing what would have happened if it would have went the distance. If he didn't get that knockout, who would have won? Because the scorecards...
It might have been a draw.
It could have been a draw, dude. Because
I think the knockdowns would have
given would have done it
if it kept going.
Yeah. So yeah, either way, even with those I think the knockdowns would have sealed it for Kamaru because I had it. I think that Kobe was winning the first and second rounds in my opinion, and then he definitely lost the third round. He was starting to slip on the second, so you could say like maybe Kamaru won the second, but I had it Kobe 3-1 in that because I thought he with a broke jaw in the fourth round. I was like. Maybe it's just because I counted him out. Like, I really thought that Kobe was going to lose in that fourth round because he broke his jaw. But he put on a clint. Did a really good job in the fourth round. So, like, I don't know. But, yeah, I think he probably would have lost that fight even if the stoppage didn't happen just because of the knockdowns.
Yeah.
The score's high. Especially with a fight, nobody did takedowns. So, like, you're not scoring off in takedowns. Significant strikes were pretty even.
So it was all based on basically stand-up.
Yeah. But man, it was an amazing, amazing pay-per-view. And we have to bring this to light really quick. Before I get to you, sexist. I didn't actually pay for this pay-per-view. It's the first time that I've like legitimately just streamed it off of something else because I was not home, not feeling good. We were going to do a live stream, but I didn't make it back in time. So if we did a live stream, we would have paid for it. But dude, I had to pirate it, man. And it was a lot harder than I thought, but I found a good quality stream. It was
it was actually good. You sent me the link, and
I was like, "Dude, let's watch this."
I only caught like the last. I think it was the last 3 rounds of the Usman fight.
Yeah.
But I didn't see the rest.
I watched the whole thing drunk. No, not Periscope. No, I got it on Crackle, Cracked Stream? Something like that. But, I mean, yeah, dude. It's the first time I've ever done that. And I tried to do it on Twitch because, like, I'd heard that people do that on Twitch, but I couldn't find anything. They're getting good at taking it down.
Yeah.
And so, to talk about really quick, Sex is talking about entertainment era is almost over with the ESPN deal.
I don't think it's over. I think it's evolving.
I think that it's even going further as far as, like, they're doing, like, all these promos that are more WWE style. Like, they're going more into that almost, I feel like. Cause, like...
Yeah, I mean, Kobe talked his way into this championship fight. I mean, Masvidal talked his way into the bad motherfucker belt.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz talked his way into it. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, 3-piece and a soda.
Pretty much talked himself right into it, yeah.
I mean, it's still there. It's just, it's an evolution. It's not...
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
I agree. But, yeah, I mean, I feel like...
You have to do something else besides what Conor McGregor did. So it's not necessarily... That's why it has to evolve. And, and people are finding ways to evolve it.
I feel like, too, like, I think Conor, whenever it was the Conor and Khabib, they were doing all the... like the build-ups to the fights, they were doing all those press conferences. I think the way that Conor went about it, it got like so dark, and it probably left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. Just how dark it got, and that's like Conor's whole game plan or whatever. But I feel like that.
I mean, he knows that it's a show. He knows that it's entertainment, and he'll say the wildest things possible. To make it that way, and I don't think that people should get mad at that. That's part of the sport. Like if you're not building up your own fights.
Yeah.
Then what are you doing being in the entertainment industry?
That's the truth, man. And I feel like, you can't, like... I mean, there's a lot of fighters out there that aren't doing any type of, like, promotional stuff for themselves, getting them hyped up.
And their fight career is suffering.
Yes. And, I mean, like, people like... I mean, obviously, Kobe Covington, prime example. He's a heel. Everybody wanted to see him get that ass whooped. Everybody.
That's what a lot of people don't understand about being a heel and what a heel represents.
Yeah.
Because obviously nobody likes him, but that's the reason that they're so popular. Because everybody watching those fights wants to see him get his ass kicked. They don't think about that aspect of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's very rare that you get somebody that's, like, so likable as a fighter that they're, like, everybody is like, let's turn in. Yeah,
George St. Pierre is the only good guy the UFC has ever produced.
Yeah. And it's probably just, like, I don't know.
Like, he was the last one. Like, there was some before him, like Rich Franklin.
Yeah.
Rich Ace Franklin. He was a school teacher. Obviously, there's no way you couldn't like the guy, you know?
Hold on. Did Sextus just say, what is your thought on Adesanya versus Jon Jones planned in 2021?
I doubt that. I doubt it's going to happen.
I feel like
2021.
I know that's a while. They're like,
you can't plan a fight like that.
I know. Yeah, they're like.
I mean, there's injuries and like somebody could die. Like you cannot say. I mean, who said
with Jon Jones' lifestyle, you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
Well, I mean, honestly,
my opinion on if
it happened.
Okay, let's just say that this is a real thing.
Yes.
If that ever happened, Jon Jones would smear Adesanya across the canvas. Like a cockroach.
I feel like, okay.
I don't like Jon Jones personally.
Yeah.
But his prowess as a fighter cannot be overlooked. And Adesanya has nowhere near the wrestling capability to keep up with a much bigger Jon Jones.
Yeah, that's true. So, I don't know. I didn't really think about it that way. Because I was looking at, like,
it's like Andre the Giant, if he could move as fast as Mighty Mouse.
Yeah.
Fighting Mighty Mouse himself.
And let's not forget that you're not just the wrestling, but you're going to also have to contend with getting kicked in the nuts, getting poked in your eyeballs.
It's going to happen.
Yeah. But I don't know. I actually talked about it on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Personally, I think that Adesanya and Jon Jones' striking is pretty on par with each other.
Yeah.
I don't think Adesanya can throw something that Jon Jones isn't going to recognize.
Well, I think Jones has a lot more power in his punches than Adesanya does.
Yeah, but just like from a technique standpoint. Everybody, you know, Adesanya, he's like this crazy flipping, kicking and stuff. Jon Jones can see all that. He's not going to throw anything he hasn't seen. But on Jon Jones' side, he has the wrestling background. And there's nothing that Adesanya can do about it. Nothing.
That's true. I don't know. Like,
And he's not going to catch Jones.
And Sonny said that he doesn't want to do it right now. He wants to honor the division, which has been held back when Whittaker's injuries been moved up. I feel like, honestly, the next fight for Jon Jones, obviously, is Thiago Santos. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Well, they have it scheduled. It's Dominic Reyes.
That's the next fight for him, for sure. And I think Dominic Reyes is going to do good. I don't know that he's going to beat him, though.
Yeah, and I feel like... I think that if he beats him, it'll be a shocker.
Yes, for sure. Where does that put this Adesanya fight? Does that put Jon Jones and Adesanya just for a shits and giggles fight? Or
I mean, ever since the BMF belt, everybody's trying to do that.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you're a big name, I'm a big name, let's fight.
Let's do it. Let's see who the baddest is.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But I would like to see that fight if it did happen, because Stylebender's kind of like a smaller Jon Jones with less wrestling. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much what it is in a nutshell. And Stylebender's got like, after I watched, his Whittaker fight, he did really good. In every fight that I've watched of his now.
Does anybody remember what happened when Stylebender fought Gastelum?
I know.
Gastelum
what the fuck?
was wearing him out.
He was.
In those first 2 rounds. Mm-hmm. And that was just striking. Straight striking.
Costa, So, yeah, I feel like, I don't think that Adesanya's going to have a problem with Paulo Costa. I don't think he's going to have a problem with him. To be honest with you, I don't see that being an issue. But Yoel Romero is one of those people that, like, he's a freaking rattlesnake. Like, he looks docile, and then he steamrolls you. So, like, I see him having a little bit of trouble with Yoel Romero. If somebody's going to give him trouble, Yoel would do it over Paulo Costa. That's my thoughts. But yeah, I feel like... But so, they're saying that, so at least if Israel can beat Paulo Costa and Yoel Romero, then I think he'll...
Right now, it don't matter what Adesanya does, he's not going to beat Jon Jones.
I don't know who's going to beat him.
Unless it's a long enough time in like the future that Jon Jones is getting older and gets slow.
Yeah.
That's the only way I see him.
In which case,
but there's nothing he can do, because Jon Jones is always going to be bigger, and he's always going to have wrestling.
Yep. Yeah, that's true, man. I don't know. There's so many, like, I don't see a whole lot of fighters out there that I'm going to be
prime example of a fight that's comparable to Adesanya. Lyoto Machida, Jon Jones. Does anybody remember what happened? Jon Jones choked him out unconscious on his feet.
Oh, shit. There it was. Was it a rear-naked choke or a guillotine?
No, he had him in a standing guillotine.
Yeah.
He lifted him up, and whenever he dropped him, he collapsed because he choked him out.
Dude, you gotta feel like a baller when that happens, dude.
The striking of Machida is sort of comparable to Adesanya's with the way that it's like his karate background.
Do you think Jon Jones got exposed to a lot in the Thiago Santos fight? I think
so.
Yeah.
Actually,
he lost rounds in that fight, for sure.
What I think happened is Jon Jones has said this before, and he does this in almost every single one of his fights. He wants to beat the fighter that he fights at their own game. Yeah. And he said that multiple times. He wants to beat him, like if they're a stand-up fighter, he wants to beat him stand-up. If they're a wrestler, he wants to out-wrestle them.
Yeah.
Submission, so on and so forth. So, he even said it about the Santos fight. He wanted to knock Santos out. Yeah. And so that's what he was going to do. And
he didn't. There was no wrestling hardly.
Yeah, even though it cost him, he still did what he said he wanted to do.
Yeah, that's true. And you got to admire that, man. That's definitely a huge thing. So, like, a lot of people
honestly, if they run it back, I think Jon Jones will take him.
Do you think he's going to try to do the knockout, or you think
he's just going to wrestle him?
He's like, dude, I almost lost.
He's already beat him at his own game. So I think he'll just go in there and finish him. Yeah. Like he would a normal fight. It's the same thing that he did with the Gustafsson rematch.
Yeah. I don't know, though, man. Honestly, I feel like...
Finish him.
I don't know that I could say that he beat him at his own game, because I feel like he
didn't... he beat him as far as, like, a decision fight. Yes. But as far as, like, beating him on his own game, I don't know.
I feel like Thiago said... I feel like...
Honestly,
he beat himself.
I think Santos won that fight.
Me too. But he... Like, dude, that was definitely the closest we've seen to Jon Jones getting dethroned. And he... Like, if he didn't tear his ACL and also...
He tore everything up.
All of his CLs.
Anything in your leg, he tore it up.
If that didn't happen, I feel like he would have won that fight. Because I don't know what round he tore that in, but it might have been the third. But
it was like first or second. Like, it was that early.
Yeah. How about Jon Jones versus Anderson? Corey Anderson is also good.
Corey Anderson?
Yeah.
Wait. I thought Is Corey Anderson light heavyweight? Yeah, I don't know.
No. Corey Anderson is so undersold that it's insane that most of the casual fans never heard of him. Well, that's true. I don't know, man.
I mean, I like him. Like, it's been a while since I've seen him fight, honestly.
Didn't he fought not too long ago and just won.
Who did he fight?
Who did Corey Anderson fight last? Because I know he fought, like, what was it? Like, just a few weeks ago, wasn't it? Maybe 2 months? I don't even think it was that.
I don't remember.
I'm guilty of it, too. Unfortunately, never heard of Corey Anderson.
Yeah, I know he's underrated. I know not a lot of people have heard about him.
Was that... Did he just fight Johnny Walker? Is that who fought him? Corey Anderson, Johnny Walker?
Was that Corey Anderson?
Was that? Yeah, shit! I don't know, but...
Maybe.
Either way, I feel like that's who it was.
I guess that's right.
Yeah, he really isn't... If that is who fought Johnny Walker last, then yes, he is very undersold. Because he kind of whooped Johnny Walker's ass.
Because I was the only one on the live stream that said Corey Anderson would beat him. And everybody else said no.
People, y'all got to tell us, because here we are talking about somebody, and we have no clue that's really even him. Who beat Johnny Walker then?
Yeah.
But I mean,
Corey Anderson is good. Yeah. I just don't know.
Yeah.
Jon Jones is just one of those guys that you're not going to beat him unless you go in there.
Yeah, that was the fight. Okay.
Unless you go in there and implement your game plan properly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. And I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know who's going to end up fighting Jon Jones.
Honestly,
and winning.
If I was playing matchmaker here, I would put Corey Anderson up against Anthony Lionheart-Smith. Remember Anthony Smith, white dude?
Yeah.
I would put Corey Anderson versus him.
I would like to see that fight, yeah.
And the winner of that would probably fight Jon Jones, or if Thiago Santos is healed up.
Yeah, agreed. I think any of those fights would be good.
Because Anthony Smith can do it.
Anthony Smith can. He got in his own head.
He just messed up.
He did exactly what he said he wasn't going to do. He was like, oh, you can't go in there. Just fight Jon Jones' fight. And he did exactly what he said he wasn't going to do.
Play defensive.
Yes.
You have to go in there and do what you want to do. No matter what Jon Jones is going to do, you have to do what you want to do.
Yeah, like, I know a lot of fighters, and, like, one thing that really sucks is whenever you know a guy, and, like, it almost reminds me of whenever one of a kid that I grew up with, it was his debut fight, and he's a bigger guy, he has great striking, but in this fight, he didn't do shit. He literally just did some leg kicks, and I think it was because he was scared to pull the trigger. He was getting punched in the face plenty. But he was not punching anybody back. And it was like, that's kind of what it felt like to see that fight.
No.
ACL injuries takes more than a year to fully recover. He tore every single knee ligament there is a tear. Right. That is totally true, he did. But he put on a clinic, though, man. He did a very good job.
I definitely want to see him fully recover before he comes back. A lot of those fighters, they come back and they're like, yeah, I'm healed, and they get fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, and then actually, before we get off of UFC and talk about some random crazy stuff that we found around the internet.
We've been on UFC.
I know we have. I'm so sorry, guys. We're not feeling well. I just throw that knee in the trash and get a new one.
Right.
Yeah, for real. The bionicle knee. Mike Perry. I wanted to talk about this fight really quick because he didn't look good, man.
What happened?
He got knocked out. TKO, something like that, but it just did not look good. Mike Perry should not have fought that soon. I feel like he was just like, his nose got so fucked up, and he was like, guys, I'm going to get in there and show that it's okay. And he like kept doing these promo videos, like breathing with his nose. I don't know, man. I
Platinum Mike Perry.
Platinum Perry.
Gets his arm torn off by Donald Cerrone.
God bless, dude. Yeah, that was insane. But I don't know. I just feel like he came back way too soon. And he should not have fought that fight.
What about, what is it, Matt Brown? Is he on there?
Yep.
Matt Brown versus Ben Saunders? What about that one?
I didn't get to watch it, actually. I was out doing too much.
He came out of retirement, because remember, he retired?
Yeah.
Like, he knocked out Diego Sanchez with that elbow that was like, boom, and like Diego...
Yeah, just potatoed. I don't know, man, but that record, 22-16, it's not a good record. Definitely not a good record, but Ben Saunders...
He was an Ultimate Fighter alum.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I must not have watched that season. Did he win?
I don't remember. I don't remember which one he was on, but I remember him from
that armbar from Cerrone versus Mike Perry was insane. Yes, that was probably one of the craziest armbars that I've ever seen. And Mike freaking Cerrone said he was gonna rip it off, take that chicken wing with him or something.
I mean, we could honestly see that same scenario with McGregor. You never know.
Yeah, dude. Yes, a lot of people don't really give Cerrone that.
I've said it a million times.
He's an amazing submission artist.
He has a very sneaky submission game.
He does, and so yeah, I don't. If you're Cowboy, I feel like you're gonna want to put on a show with McGregor, though. I don't know that they're gonna go into it and be like, "How are we gonna fight IQ? How are we gonna win this fight just smarter?"
He's not gonna take him down unless he gets hurt.
Yes,
and then he goes to the takedown out of instinct.
But I don't know. Do you see Conor dropping Cerrone? And if he doesn't, do you see him winning by decision?
I couldn't see Conor McGregor knocking Cerrone out.
I can see it happening. Because
I've seen Cerrone hurt by punches before. I've seen him hurt in the body. Like, he got hurt in the body whenever he fought Anthony Pettis, I think. So,
yeah, it could happen, man. It definitely could.
He's older. He's got some mileage on him. Like, if you hit him in a certain spot, it's probably going to hurt him.
The bad thing is that Cerrone is a slow starter. That's very true, man. That is very true. I really didn't even think about that because we talked about it in Cerrone's last fight. Like, he's a very slow starter, and he kind of doesn't need to do that. He wasn't slow with Tony Ferguson. Yeah, because he talked about that himself, how he needed to start fast. Yeah. So if he does that in a McGregor fight, it'll be to his benefit. Yeah, I agree though. I don't feel like he's going to be able to slow start with Conor, but if it goes the distance, I don't think
Conor comes out there.
Conor gets gassed.
He's ready to blast. Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, think about it this way, okay? Conor has all the money in the world, has all the time to train in the world, owns his own gym, does everything like he could if he just put all of his time and resource into coming back and beating the shit out of people. He could do it. Yeah. He's got the talent. He has the time. He has the resource. He could be the $1 million man and come in there and just beat ass.
He's done so many things since his champ moment.
Yes.
But a lot of people forget about that fight. But if you go back and watch it, it is one of the greatest MMA performances you'll ever see. When he beat Eddie Alvarez.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I mean, amazing. Everything that he did in that fight was absolute perfection.
Yes. So I don't know, man. I feel like...
And he dropped down to lightweight and fought Eddie Alvarez that fight. He didn't have any other fights at lightweight at that time. So he came down at a time when Eddie Alvarez was mowing through people.
Smashing people,
and he just destroyed him. Completely picked him apart in every aspect.
Also, quick question. Have you guys ever tried Proper 12 whiskey? Everyone is saying that's not very good. We actually did a Proper 12 versus Jameson
you can look it up on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, find it on here. It's under our reviews playlist. And we did a Proper 12 versus Jameson, and we gave each other way too big of shots and got slightly buzzed while doing it. I don't think it was that good.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't Jameson, though.
But it wasn't Jameson.
This guy won.
Yeah.
This guy definitely won.
I mean, I would never go to the liquor store and get Proper 12 if I was looking for a scotch similar to Jameson.
No.
I would just get Jameson. I mean, what, you pay like $5 more or something?
Yeah.
And you
well,
can get
dude,
Jameson.
so like we talked about actually on the review, this was the same price as the big bottle of Proper 12. So like you get a smaller bottle of Jameson for a bigger bottle of Proper 12 for sure, but it's just, dude, I don't feel like it really had time to properly age.
I would say why not pay a little bit extra, get Jameson, and you'll be better off for it.
But yeah, dude, we totally did a review video, so go check it out and let us know what you think.
Everybody that says it's terrible is just wanting to hate on things. It's not bad. I just wouldn't prefer it.
Yes.
It's like preferring Pepsi or Coke, you know.
I've tried to mix it with a lot of stuff. I haven't found something I like mixing it with.
Proper 12?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to have to find something. But yeah, watch it.
Jameson and ginger ale, that's a mainstay for me.
I have to try that then.
That's good. Ginger ale goes good with a lot of alcoholic drinks, honestly.
Ginger ale ain't bad, man. And I hate,
like if you haven't had it, Fireball and ginger ale, it's pretty damn good.
Fireball and a lot of things. Yeah, Fireball and cherry Kool-Aid will knock your socks off.
Fireball and cream soda. It's very good.
Fireball.
Fireball and just about anything is good.
It's delicious.
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that's it with the UFC. We're going to go on to some random stuff and anything else.
Yeah, I mean...
It's kind of a weird bridge, but here we go. Boom! Poland said it will award its highest medal for sacrifice and courage to a Polish national who has played a key role in preventing the London Bridge attack from escalating further. So the crazy thing about this is...
This happened a while ago. We've been a little bit out of it as far as, like, news goes.
Yes.
But there was, like, I don't know if they called it... I think it was a terrorist attack or something. I don't know what it was. Somebody had a gun on London Bridge, and everybody was freaking out. But this guy... I don't know where he grabbed this thing, but he grabbed a narwhal tusk.
A narwhal tusk!
And he ran over to the guy and helped subdue him.
I just want to see the video of him like
with the narwhal
putting
tusk.
the whoop down on a dude with a narwhal tusk.
I mean, I don't know if he ran over there like freaking Patriot Mel Gibson style with the flag and like tried to spear him with it, or if he like beat on him.
Dude, apparently he was stabbed. He was stabbed. Hopefully not with a narwhal tusk, but he was stabbed. So he's being treated in a hospital for stab wounds. What if it's completely unrelated to the bridge incident and this dude's just got the craziest fucking life in the world?
But yeah, I mean, narwhal tusk saves the day.
9 times out of 10, narwhal tusk beats rock, paper, and scissors.
The fact that the Polish government is recognizing him with the highest medal is just awesome to me.
Yes. We need to start doing that in our country, okay?
Right.
Set the standard, Poland. I love it, dude. I wish we had a picture of this guy holding a narwhal tusk. I'm sure it's going to happen sooner than later, but the guy's dealing with some
reason, though. Have you ever seen the movie Tusk?
No, I haven't, but I do want to watch it.
Damn, what's the dude's name? Can't remember his name.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen the trailers.
Everybody, go watch that movie. I think it's been on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on there, but it's been on Netflix for a while. Mm-hmm. That's what, I mean, I watched it in theater.
Yeah.
But it reminds me of the movie Tusk.
I gotta watch that movie, dude. Speaking of movies, before we go to the next thing, I just watched Anna in the Apocalypse, which is a musical zombie Christmas movie. And I hate musicals with a burning passion. But that movie was actually worth watching.
I'm trying to think if there's a musical that I liked.
I've never liked a musical. I've hated everyone.
Popeye was pretty good. Did you know that was Robin Williams' film debut?
No, that's nuts.
When he played Popeye in the Popeye movie?
Really?
Yeah. That's crazy.
What did he do before that? I don't either.
Stand-up?
Robin Williams, dude.
Yeah.
Alright, so maybe I'm going to give it to Robin Williams, but I'm going to have to go back and watch Popeye again, because I think it was when I was like
It's on Netflix. Might still be on there.
I'll go check it out.
Saw it.
But dude, yes. Anna in the Apocalypse, go watch that stuff. If you're into musicals, watch it. If you're not into musicals, still watch it. Because, like, zombie movies have, like, it's like a crescendo of craziness that happens, right? Like, it starts off, and it's just, like, some random news story that they, like, the main person completely ignores. And then, like, random stuff keeps happening, but their main person is oblivious to it.
Right.
Every zombie movie.
You've seen Shaun of the Dead, right?
Dude, yes.
That's a prime example of the cliches that are in all zombie movies.
Swear to God.
Like, he's walking around, there's, like, zombies, and he's just going to the store.
Going to the mart, tripping over people. And
that movie is freaking brilliant.
Dude, alright, so if you like that part of the movie, that movie, Anna in the Apocalypse, I think it's, what it's called? I don't know. But
is it on Netflix?
It's on Amazon Prime. I don't know if it's on Netflix, though, but I think it is. But, dude, they do that scene perfectly, where there's, like, all hell is breaking loose, and the main person has no clue. It was beautiful,
That's awesome.
Dude. I was like, this is perfectly done zombie movies.
Speaking of movies, I wanted to say this while we were on the subject, because I saw this the other day. And one of my favorite movies ever. This is probably, like, I would say it's probably my number one favorite movie of all time. Which is saying a lot if you know me.
Better than The Evil Dead?
Yeah, because I love movies, and I have my entire life. Like, the 30 years plus years that I've spent on this planet, like, at least half of those years could be, like, you could clock it out over me watching movies.
Yeah, for real.
Like, I'm just... Anyways, Young Frankenstein.
Oh, that movie is perfect, dude. That is
if you know the movie,
yes,
and you love it, then I love you. But,
Young Frankenstein,
I think it was
legit, dude.
Let me see. What is today?
The 16th, 17th, 20th.
Okay, so
I don't know.
2 days ago, or December 15th, whenever that was.
One of those days.
I'm so out of, like, dates and time, I don't even remember anything.
It's sickness.
But it was the 45th anniversary of that movie.
Really? Dude, that
was
movie was before its time. It was
1974.
So funny. Damn, dude.
And like that movie is my favorite movie of all time. I'm gonna end up getting a tattoo to commemorate it at some point.
Dude, who are you getting though?
I'm gonna get
Igor.
I'm gonna get Dr. Frankenstein and Igor.
Yeah, dude.
Or Igor.
Yeah. Dude, that movie was freaking
Igor.
I love that movie.
Dude, that movie is my favorite movie of all time. So yeah, I had to say that. 45th anniversary.
That's good,
Mel Brooks is still alive, and he is
kicking ass.
Still doing shit today.
Yeah, Mel Brooks, man, that guy's hilarious.
But
before his time, dude.
You know the funniest part about it is, what's the dude's name? Freakin that played Frankenstein. Gene Wilder. Brain fart. Gene Wilder came up with the idea of that movie.
Really?
And brought it to Mel Brooks.
And Mel Brooks was like, "Give me your baby."
Because they had worked together before on some stuff. And he brought the idea of this movie to Mel Brooks, and Mel Brooks was like, laughed at him for it.
Yeah.
And he laughed at him, and then they finally got together on it, and he was like, alright, I think we can make this work.
Dude. Can you imagine if they never made that movie? So much stuff happened after that.
I would not want to be alive.
He might not be alive. But man, there's so much random stuff up here. I don't even feel like we should get into it, man.
Yeah.
Because, like, honestly, I don't know. It's a disservice to you guys for us to go into this stuff. Maybe we'll do it next week. You want to do it next week?
Well, next Tuesday is actually Christmas Eve.
Oh, shit.
So
I forgot about that.
This might actually be the last podcast of the year.
Dun, 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 dun. That is true,
Because the Tuesday after Christmas Eve is New Year's Eve.
Oh, shit.
So, like...
There's a lot of stuff, man.
So, next week is Christmas Eve. Next week... Or Christmas.
Yeah.
And then the week after that is the end of the year.
Maybe we'll try to sneak something in between now and then.
Yeah, we might.
Maybe we should do a New Year's party. You want to do a New Year's Eve party? Some type of...
Something.
Something.
Maybe.
Might do something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yes, either way, we're not going to get into this. It's too depressing, and there's some random stupid shit up there, too.
Yeah.
But,
also, the guy who played Big Bird died recently.
Yeah.
So, rest in peace. Oh, let me say it. Let me get his name, because that's
the guy.
A disservice to the man himself.
Mm-hmm.
No, I wasn't necessarily a huge Sesame Street fan growing up. It was a little bit like when
too childish.
Yeah, when I was growing up, it was too childish.
Yeah,
I was more into like Eureka's Castle and I was a Nickelodeon kid.
Nickelodeon too. Yeah.
So, but Carol Spinney or Spiney?
Somebody named Brianna Silvray just said yes. New Year's Eve party.
Okay. But Carol Spinney or Spiney. I don't know how you pronounce his last
Probably
name.
Spiney, it sounds
but
like.
He died at 85.
Damn, dude.
And he did that character for so long.
Was he the only person that did it? I know, like, certain people going in and out of...
Oh, and he did Oscar the Grouch.
What?
Yeah.
It's too soon, man. Well, that sucks, dude.
Weird.
Ended on a harsh note.
We gotta do something better than that.
I don't know. But, look, guys.
I mean, it's not that harsh.
Yeah.
Death
becomes us all, man.
Like, I mean... Dude, Joe Rogan, he had a podcast recently that's talking about death and, reincarnation and stuff.
Shit.
And, the stuff that he was talking about made me think about things, and I was just like, why does he have to say that stuff? Because now I have to think about this on a daily basis, and it, messes me up.
Yeah.
Because he was talking about how...
Do you remember who's with...
I don't remember the guy who he was talking to.
I don't know.
I think it was Lil Duval or something.
Oh, yeah. I haven't got to watch that one yet. Yeah.
But he was talking about Hickson Gracie, one of the founders of the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu system. I think he was the oldest brother. And then under him was Hoist and all them. But he talked about how you end up continuously living life through reincarnation until you live your perfect life.
Oh,
and then you find peace in death. And I was like, how long have I been living?
Yeah, no shit.
Because this life is way not even...
You definitely got an extra.
I got a long way to go.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to keep living if I'm going to have to keep going through this.
That is true. But you got to look at this too, though. As cheesy as this sounds, imperfection and flaws and stuff like that, it's kind of what makes shit worth living.
Right.
You know? So, maybe there is no perfect.
And I had a book of poetry that I was going to publish at some point, and it was called a perfect combination of imperfect things.
Mm-hmm.
To play off that.
That sums it totally up, man.
If life was perfect, then
it would be boring as fuck. Let's just be honest.
What would we fight over? You know, what would we do for fun? Like, there would be no competition because everybody's perfect. If you put two perfect MMA fighters together, it's going to be a stalemate every time.
Yeah. It's just a whole lot of like Tyson Fury, bobbing and weaving, man.
Yeah. That's all you got. Juking and jiving. Nobody's just getting knocked out. Nobody's winning. Right.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Live life. It's flawed as shit, and it's awesome. You just gotta embrace the suck sometimes.
And if reincarnation is a thing, I don't know.
I don't know what I'm
keep on going
until
you freaking get to the point where you can finally die and not come back. I mean, what is that, like Groundhog Day? Screw that.
What is it,
Whoever
Bill Murray?
decided,
was that Bill Murray?
Yeah.
That was Bill Murray, yep.
Whoever decided that, screw that.
As long as I can come back, it's something amazing. You know? I don't know. I don't even know what I want to come back as. Nope, I got nothing. A sloth? I'm coming back as a sloth.
I don't know. I would like to come back as, like, the world's most expensive cheese. Or something.
Dude.
I mean, if I can be that flavorful.
Flavor Flav! Nice.
But then again, I really wouldn't want a bunch of old, trillionaires.
Yeah, there's just like old fat dudes eating you.
I mean, doing no telling what with other things.
Sticking
now.
You in their butt.
No, I rescind that. I rescind that.
Da. But, yeah, guys. Spread this word. If you guys want us to do a New Year's Eve party, hit us up, let us know, and we'll see if we can do something. It might not be on New Year's Eve. It probably won't be on New Year's Eve. But holler at us, and maybe we'll do something and just stream it. We'll do a pre-New Year's Eve or a post-New Year's Eve party.
I mean,
we'll do something maybe.
I'm probably going to be going into the new year higher than a kite. Or something.
It could be televised, people.
So
it could be televised. I'm gonna break into your place with a Vivo and just be like, "What up, Chris?" You're gonna be like, high as hell.
You're just gonna see me like sitting on the couch, like eating like like a freaking sugar cookie.
Here? Is John really here?
I'm just gonna be like, "You want some?" Like I'm just gonna be sitting on the couch eating a sugar cookie that I made way too large.
Way too late in the game.
Like peanut, like I mean, nothing special. You're gonna see a bunch of nothing special.
Nice. Well, yeah, guys. Either way, y'all be good, and if we don't see y'all until next year, have a freaking awesome, safe New Year's Eve.
Yes, and happy Christmas. Holidays, and hopefully you get a lot of good presents and stuff. And
yeah, just eat and be happy.
Send us jerky.
We'll send you jerky.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Y'all be good.